So, so we start with chapter 61. Lord Balrama slays Rukmi. Anybody knows who Rukmi is?
Rukmini's brother.
Yes.
Rukmini's brother.
Yes, Rukmini.
Rukmini's brother.
Yes, Hari Bol. And Rukmi and Rukmini's father was Bhishmaka, but Rukmi was friends with Shishupal. And Rukmi wanted her, his sister Rukmini to marry Shishupal, but Rukmini, after hearing from Narada Muni, she only wanted to marry Krishna and send a messenger. And we discussed all that stories. But this Rukmi, he he left Vaidarbha and said only when he defeats Krishna he will come back to um, Vidarbha, the main um, capital of Vidarbha, where his father and everybody is. So he was always, an enemy of Krishna. However, Krishna's son Pradyumna, we discussed how Pradyumna is the incarnation of Kamadev, and how he married Maya, um, and he came back after many years to Dwaraka. Now, there was a marriage ceremony, a swayamvar, set up for Rukmavati, who is the daughter of Rukmi. And Pradyumna came there, and he took away Rukmavati. And Rukmi was very angry that Krishna's son is now marrying my daughter. He already took my sister, and now his son is taking my daughter, and he was very angry. But then he thought it is okay because it is his sister's son, Pradyumna, who is marrying his daughter, Rukmavati. And this was in a place called Bojakata, which was outside Vaidarbha, because um, uh, Rukmi wouldn't go back to the kingdom, um, because he couldn't get his sister back from Krishna. So and then um, Pradyumna had a son, and Pradyumna's son's name is Aniruddha. So Annirudha is also, the four Purusha avatars. Um, so Annirudha is one of them, one of their expansions. So Annirudha is also the Krishna, the grandson of Krishna and the son of Pradyumna. And Annirudha was in all respects looking like Krishna. And Aniruddha married Rukmi's granddaughter, Rochana. So there was a big ceremony. At that time, this was an arranged marriage where everybody was, wanted this to happen. So there was a big celebration going on, and Rukmi, um, after the marriage, there was a game, and in that Balramji and Rukmi were playing, and they were betting first 1,000 gold coins, and Rukmi won, and then 10,000 gold coins, Balramji won, and then 100,000 gold coins also Balramji won, but Rukmi was cheating and said, "No, you didn't win. I won." Just like kids, he was cheating, and then there was a voice from the sky said, "No, Balram is the one who won," and still Rukmi was saying that, "No, I won." And he was saying, "Oh," and he started insulting Balram. "You are not fit to be a king. You should just be a cowherd boy and go back to tending to cows and all that." And Balramji, being the supreme lord, he wanted to punish Rukmi and liberate him from doing more offenses. So all he did was to take his club and hit him, and Rukmi left his body. So this was a marriage celebration, and suddenly there is a death. And then there were others who were laughing at Balram and Krishna, um, but But all those who were laughing also got punished. And then what? Okay, so Meenakshi ji has a question.
Prabhuji, can you repeat the name of Rukmi's granddaughter?
Oh, Rukmi's granddaughter's name is Rochana. It is,
Okay, thank you.
yes. So Aniruddha and Rochana's wedding is when Rukmi died at the hands of Balramji. So then Krishna, you see Krishna here in the background. Krishna remained neutral because again Krishna's wife is Rukmini and Rukmini's brother just died. But Krishna's grandson Annirudha also got married, so they just left from there. And Krishna did not side with either side. Krishna wanted to make sure Rukmini wasn't too sad. If Krishna sided with Balram, and then Rukmini would be sad. If Krishna sided with Rukmini and her family side, then Balramji would be sad. So Krishna did not side with anybody. So we can see, when there is some altercation or some conflict going on, it is better not to take any sides. And if both of the persons are important to you, have a good relationship with you, it's better not to take sides. So Krishna is teaching us that lesson. Okay. So then we are discussing about Aniruddha's second marriage, and this is very interesting. Um, all of you.
Prabhuji, Annirudha's second wife is Usha.
Yes, Usha. Usha is the daughter of who?
Yes, Baumasura. No, not Baumasura.
Banasura.
Banasura. Very good. Yes, yes, yes. Baumasura is already killed. Um, we'll talk about another demon who's friend with Narakasura, Baumasura later, who Balramji killed. But anyway, this is an interesting story because all of you like magic. Most of you are interested in Harry Potter and all that. So this, you see, is bigger magic than that. So what happened was that Banasura is the son of Bali Maharaj. And we know Bali Maharaj was the one who gave everything to Krishna when he came as Vamanadev. So Banasura, he had 1,000 hands, and he was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. And with his 1,000 hands, you see, he's playing the mridanga and drums. And Lord Shiva liked the rhythm so much that he was dancing. Uh, and we know Lord Shiva is a great dancer, and he gave uh, Banasura like all protection. And Lord Shiva said he will protect Banasura always. So he gave that promise to Banasura. Now, Banasura had a minister, and the minister had a daughter, Chitralekha. So, Chitralekha was great friends with Usha. So, Usha is the daughter of Banasura, right? So, she lives in a big palace in her own palace as a princess. And then Usha used to see dreams of her husband all the time. She has never seen her husband, but always used to see the dreams of who the person who would be her husband. So she could not, tell who it was, or she only knows how he looks. So how can she find this person? So she called Chitralekha, who's a great artist, and Chitralekha started drawing based on the description that Usha was telling her, and she started drawing many pictures, and finally she drew a picture, um, and Usha said, "This is the person." And then Chitralekha found out this is none other than Krishna's grandson or Pradyumna's son, Aniruddha. So then this Chitralekha had many magic spells that she could do. So one day, while Aniruddha was sleeping in Dwaraka, he has already a wife Rochana, but he suddenly disappeared from there. And as he was sleeping, he was transported from Dwaraka to this kingdom of Banasura. It's called Shantapur. So he came to Shantapur, and he suddenly woke up and he is in the quarters of Usha, and Usha started taking care of him as a wife. And then Banasura's servants went and told Banasura, looks like your daughter is already with a man, but she's now you don't know this person. And then Banasura came there and he saw Annirudha, and Annirudha himself was a great warrior. So Banasura and Annirudha fought, but then Annirudha didn't have an army with him, so Banasura took him captive. And then Usha started crying, "Oh, this is my husband. Don't do anything to him." But then the news spread to Dwaraka, and Krishna came with a huge army to fight Banasura. Now, the problem was Banasura is being protected by Lord Shiva. So that's why you can see Ganesha here, and then Kartikeya, all of them, Kartikeya is on a swan. So all of them are fighting against Krishna and his army, who is coming to rescue Aniruddha. So because of this whole situation, Lord Shiva was fighting against Krishna. Actually, Lord Shiva is a greatest devotee of Krishna, but since he had given his word to Banasura, he had to fight and protect Banasura. And so then um, Lord Shiva was hurling weapons, and then Krishna sent a yawning weapon, and everybody was feeling sleepy. And then there's the mention of Lord Shiva sending Shiva Jwara, which is a very, very hot weapon, which would burn and melt everything. And then Krishna took out Narayana Jwara, and that actually brings cold, or it's called Vishnu Jwara. So Vishnu Jwara, the cold neutralized the hot, and then this Shiva Jwara came and fell on the feet of Krishna and told Krishna, "You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Please accept me." And then Shiva Jwara took the shelter of Krishna, and then Lord Shiva also came and said, "Oh Krishna, um, uh, we are all your devotees." So this is clearly showing how Lord Shiva is a great devotee of Krishna, and not the other way round. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then what happened was Krishna actually chopped off all the arms of this. Banasura. There were thousands except four were left back. So Lord Shiva said, "Please, I have taken a vow to protect Banasura, so please don't kill him." But Krishna said, "Oh, I was only doing this because Banasura had become too proud." And Banasura before had actually told Lord Shiva, "Oh, you gave me these thousand arms, but I don't think I need them. The only person who can defeat me is you." So Lord Shiva said, "You are too proud, and you'll be put in your place by somebody." And that somebody was Krishna, actually. So Banasura humbled himself, and Banasura took his daughter Usha and told her to go with Aniruddha to Dwaraka, and they were married, and they went back to Dwaraka. So that's how Usha and Aniruddha got married. Now the next story is that of Nrga. They are small stories like this. So there was a big lizard reptile in a well, and Samba is one of the sons of Krishna, right? Samba is the son of Jampavati and Krishna. So Samba and the other boys were playing in the field, and they saw a well, and they saw a creature in the well. They tried their best to bring the creature out, but couldn't. It looked like a big lizard. So they threw all kinds of um, leather ropes to tie and bring the lizard out. But then Krishna had to come and extend his arm and bring the lizard out. And as soon as Krishna touched the lizard, it turned into this celestial Gandharva, who is actually started telling a story. He used to be a great king, a great king, just like Bali Maharaj or Shibi Maharaj used to give a lot of charity. But one time when he was giving cows to a Brahmin, that Brahmin cow somehow got back to the herd of Nrga Maharaj, and Nrga Maharaj gave that cow to another Brahmin, and then both the Brahmins started fighting that this is their cow. And Nrga said, "Oh, please don't put me in this situation. I'll give you each of you 100,000 cows if you can let go of your ownership of the cow." But both of them wanted just that cow. So, so because of that, Nrga, when he left his body, he went to Yamaraj, and Yamaraj said, "Because you gave a lot of charity, so you have a lot of good pious activities that you can enjoy, but then you have a little suffering because you broke this promise to two Brahmins. So, which do you want, suffering or the punishment first, or first the happiness, the material happiness that came out of the pious activity?" So he said, "I'll take the suffering first." That's when he came down as a lizard, and now he always wanted to see Krishna, and because of this pastime, he was able to see Krishna, and now he's going to the heavenly world after seeing Krishna to enjoy the pious activities. So that's the story of King Nrga. And Krishna used this opportunity to teach all his descendants that never, offend a Brahmana. So Brahmins have to be treated well. So Brahmins are those who are always surrendered to the Lord and knows, because Krishna says, right? Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanitascha. So he's very, very favorable to cows and Brahmins, because Brahmins are dedicating their life in service of the Lord. So we should try our best never to offend a Brahmana, is what Krishna taught all his sons with this pastime. Next two pastimes is quick. This is Lord Balram ji went actually to Vrindavan to pacify everyone there, because Krishna was spending many years away from them, and they were all always in the mood of separation, yearning to see Krishna. And when Balramji arrived, they were all coming to see, and Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj were there. They took him, even though he's a big man now, they were making him sit on their lap and treat him like just like the boy who left them when who was just 10 or 11 years old. And then Balramji went and pacified the gopis, and the gopis were happy at least to see Balram. And then, Balramji likes a drink called Varuni. So he drank that. And then there are some gopis who are dedicated to Lord Balram. So Lord Balram's gopis and him had a ras dance. And then they wanted to uh, jump into the Yamuna River and take a bath. Um, but then Yamuna did not come when Balramji called. So then Balramji took his plow and just hit it on the ground, and Yamuna broke into hundreds of streams. And that's the picture you see, that Yamuna Devi, as the personification of the river, came and said, "Oh, please, I did not come to you. That was my mistake. You are the Supreme Lord, and I should have obeyed you right away." So then Balramji and his gopis all had a nice bath in the Yamuna River. And even today, there is a place where the Yamuna, for no reason, breaks up into many hundreds of tributaries. Okay, so we are running out of time, but I'll quickly. There was another man named Paundrika, who always tried to imitate Krishna, and he
Prabhuji, he
yeah.
was the king of Kashi.
Yes, yes. So there's Kashi Raja also there who was friends with Paundrika, and he said Paundrika sent a message to Krishna that oh Krishna, you have to give all the Krishna's paraphernalia like the Krishna's disc and um, Krishna's mace and everything to Paundrika because he is the real Krishna. So this is just teaching us that in even during Krishna, during Krishna Leela, there was a person who was trying to imitate him. So we have many false gods nowadays who say they are God. So this is what happens to these false god. We can see from this Leela where Paundrika sent this message to Krishna, and Krishna said, "This is too audacious of yourself, and you will be punished." And then so Krishna had to go for a war, and Paundrika and Kashi Raja, they both came to fight Krishna, and then Krishna had to punish them with his Sudarshana Chakra. And then what happened was this Kashi Raja's son was Sudakshina, and Sudakshina was very angry that his father died in the battle. So he prayed to Lord Shiva to give him some powers to destroy Dwaraka and Krishna and everybody. But then Lord Shiva gave him a ritual which is like black magic that created a fiery demon who would go and destroy the city. So the fiery demon went, but all the Dwaraka Vasis were going to shelter to Krishna, and Krishna just let his discuss do the job. So Sudarshan Chakra came, and when the Sudarshan Chakra came, this demon uh, Dakshinagni just ran back and destroyed the Kashi area itself. So the Kashi is also called Varanasi or Banaras today, and that it got burned by fire. So that's what happens if you resort to black magic. If it doesn't go and do something to the person you're doing that against, it'll come back and hurt yourself. And that's what happened to Sudakshina. And the last pastime for today is that of a demon, Dvivida gorilla. And this Dvivida was killed by Lord Balram himself. So when Balramji was in Vrindavan, on the Raivataka mountain, this gorilla was coming and just taking off his clothes and being obscene in front of his gopis. And he started even pulling the saris or dresses of the gopis. And then Balramji had to punish him. And there was a big fight that happened. And and then like Dvivida gorilla was taking out the trees. Balramji was hitting him with the mace and plowshare. Even though he was full of blood, he still came to fight Balramji. So when the trees were down, all trees were taken out. They started picking up mountain rocks and throwing at each other, and then um, uh, Dvivida gorilla with his fist tried to hit Balramji on the chest, and then Balramji just hit him and he fell down and got liberated. So that's a story of Dvivida gorilla. Okay. Um, so we will end the class here and go into the Kahoot quiz. There is one more pastime, but since there's no time, let's go to the Kahoot quiz. This is where Balramji goes for the marriage of Samba. We'll discuss that in the next class.
Prabhuji, Samba married the daughter of Duryodhana, right?
Yes, you're right. We'll start with that
What
next.
was her name?
We can discuss that next class, and the name is slipping my mind right now. Oh, yeah. Her name is Lakshmana. Just Krishna also had one principal wife, Lakshmana from Madras. So this is also another. This is another Lakshmana that married to Samba.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes. 8594425. Okay, looks like all of you have joined. Can we start?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. Many names are I don't recognize. Dwarakadish Krishna is someone. Satyabhama is someone. I'm guessing Sri Hariji and Shreyaji. So
Dabuji, I am Dwadakadish.
oh, Hari Bol. Yeah, you are Sri Hari and Dwarakadish, same person. Very good. Okay, we'll start. Whose marriage celebration witnessed the killing of Rukmi? Krishna and Rukmini, Annirudha and Rochana, Pradyumna and Rukmavati, Balrama and Revati. Yes, all of you got that right. Excellent job. Okay. Rukmi was killed by Dash using his dash. Balram club, Krishna Sudarshan, Akrura sword, Vishnu sword. Yes, Balrama which is club. Third question. In the fight between Krishna and Banasura, Lord Shiva sided Banasura, Krishna, Jesus, Vritrasura. Yes. Usually Lord Shiva is on Krishna's side all the time, but this time he was on the opposite side. Using dash, Krishna chopped off Banasura's arms, left him with dash arms. Sudarshan Chakra 2, Triloka 2, Sudarshan Chakra 4, 4 Triloka. Yeah, so the right answer is actually 4 arms were left behind. Okay. What did Nrga turn into when Krishna touched him? Snake, lizard, Vishnu Rupa, celestial being. Yes, so he was a lizard, he became a celestial being. Okay, where did King Nrga go after being touched by Krishna? Heavenly planet, Vaikuntha planet, Earth, hellish planet. Yes, right answer is heavenly planet. Lord Krishna smashed Paundrika's chariot to pieces by shooting an arrow, which dash separated his head and body. His sword, his disc, his club, his arrow and bow. Yes, all of you got that right. Excellent. King Paundrika considered himself as God. True or false? Yes. Paundrika sent his messenger to Dash to challenge the position of Krishna. To Dwaraka, Mathura, Vrindavan, Hastinapur. Yes, it is Dwaraka. Vrindavan is Krishna's childhood pastime. Now we are discussing Dwaraka Leela. Okay. On hearing the claim of Paundraka to be Vasudev, King Ugrasena and others were angry, were fearful, laughed loudly, were bewildered. So you gotta guess this. What would have happened if somebody came and say, "I'm Krishna" in the court of Krishna? Everybody laughed out loudly. Who is this silly person? Okay. King Paundrika, as soon as he heard of Krishna's attack, he came out of the city along with dash division of soldiers. Okay, there's a detail I didn't mention in class. So you can take a guess of how many Akshavanis were there in Paundrika's army. You know, Jarasandha came with 23 Akshavanis 17 times to defeat Krishna. So 2 Akshavanis was the right answer. And sorry, I didn't mention that in class, so no worries. Krishna saw that Paundrika had decorated himself with the symbol of conch shell, disc, lotus, and dash, club, bow, sword, rock. So what can you find Krishna paraphernalia? Yeah, Shankh, Chakra, Gada, Padma. So the club is the one that's missing. Okay, 13th question. When Lord Krishna saw Paundrika imitating his posture and dress, he could not check his laughter, and thus he was sad, was surprised, was confused, laughed with great satisfaction. Yes. So this made Krishna laugh. Okay, Lord Balram killed Dvivida with his club, fist, sword, bow, and arrow. Yes, he could just kill him with a fist. Name the mountain where Lord Balram sported with gopis and pulverized the gorilla demon Dvivida. Pichala, Govardhan, Kamyavan, Raivataka. Yes, this pastime was in the Raivataka mountain. Okay, why did Lord Balrama and Dvivida fight? He was friend of Baumasura because he was being really rude because Dvivida was interfering in the pastime of Lord Balrama. He was evil. Yes, Dvivida was interfering in the pastime of Lord Balram. Dvivida hit Balram on his chest, leg, neck, shoulder. This is the detail. Yes, so he was hit in the chest and then Lord Balram hit him with his fist and finished him off. Okay. What did Lord Balram and Dvivida do when no trees were available? They took their friend's help. They stopped fighting. They moved to a different forest. They took help of hill. Yeah, they're throwing rocks at each other, like pulverizing hills. Okay. Balrama killed Dvivida, an ape who was afraid of, friend of, sorry, Narakasura, Pralambasura, Dhenukasura, Kalayavana. Yes, this was Narakasura's friend, this Dvivida gorilla. Okay, last question for today. True or false? Dvivida gorilla killed by Lord Balram was a minister of in King Sugriva's court. True or false? Did not mention in class, but it was on the slide, I think. Yeah, the answer is true. Let's see who won. Everybody are winners, whoever played. Third place goes to Satyabhama. Congratulations. Second place goes to Meenakshi ji. And first place goes to Dwaraka ji. Congratulations, Sri Hari ji. Fourth place, Krishna devotee. Fifth place, Santosh ji. All of you are winners because all of you learned about Krishna's wonderful Srimad Bhagavatam stories. वाचाकल्पतरूपश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः Prabhuji, I wanted to tell you this that Shreyari loves reading Harry Potter.
Oh, sure, sure. So this that's it's good to improve your reading, so you can imagine all these wonderful magic in Bhagavatam also.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Have a nice weekend. Hare Krishna.